All right, guys, we are live and we're going to do a quick demo on how you can use Canva to grow your brand. So, I'm going to share screen, but today you've got myself, Gretchen Shelton. We've got Jerry on here as well. And we're going to show you how you can use very simple steps to grow your brand. So, give me 1 second here, and I'm going to share my screen. And get rid of us. So today, guys, we're going to talk about growing your brand. And we're going to do that through Canva. And we're going to show you some very simple solutions on a free platform. Canva does have both a paid and free platform. But today, we're going to be talking about most everything we're going to do is on the free platform. So you're going to learn how to transform a simple Canva template into a full branded ad campaign. You're going to learn how to walk away with a fully editable live project link that you can actually use today. So, back to what I was saying before, free, powerful design tool that you can use. In this case, pretty much everything I'm going to share is going to be on the free version, but there is a pro version as well. And we're going to show you you can create logos, social posts, flyers, presentations. You can even do live videos. And customizing your brand allows for you to do fonts and logos for your brand kit, right? You can use it across all your content, and does allow for you to do some team collaboration, which we're going to do here today. And like I said, most of this is 100% free. So today's demo is going to be specifically on how to choose a thumbnail template. Use that and replace the images, texting, drag and drop simplicity, adding video. We're going to actually add video live, and we're going to add video live while we're live, add audio, some music voiceovers, and then how you can animate everything and bring it to life. And when we're done, we'll have a full promotional video. So what all can you do with Canva? You can design logos in minutes. You can build brand kits. You can use that for social media, flyers, ads, presentations, and then you can collaborate with your clients and teams as well. Canva is going to let you look like a pro, even if you're not. And so today we're going to record and edit video. We're going to add music and voiceover. We're going to drag in images from the webs. We're going to build stunning animated visuals and collaborate together real time. And this is a creative jam session. So you're going to get to watch us build from scratch, and then we're going to give you guys the wheel to drive. So let's see what we can share here today, guys. So basically, the first thing I want to show you is what can you do with Canva? Well, you can build a full-blown brand. And, this is some of you guys who know me. I go by Dubu. Where did that come from? My last name is Dubuque. And a lot of people had a hard time saying it. We had a client called in one time and said, "Is Mr. Dubu there?" And my wife said, "I like it. We're taking Dubu and we're going to run with it." So we are now the Dubus, and my brand is Dubu. So here I am, and here's some of the different things that we've done with the Dubu brand. For those of you that know me, and there's a podcast actually that's going to be going live here shortly for the Mortgage Giants. I do a podcast with John Hinks Jr., and I'm 6'4", John 6'8", hence we've got the Mortgage Giants. But everything that you're seeing here in the brand template, we built right here inside of Canva. So this wasn't a professional that was building logos. This was all done inside of the Canva platform. And lastly is our Lawn Officer Success Live podcast. And with Lawn Officer Success Live, you can see this is a little older branding. I think we've gotten a little bit more advanced since then. So you may start one place and find yourself in a whole nother place as you continue to go. But this is all built inside of Canva. Now, one of the other things I want to share with you is videos. You can actually do videos. In fact, if you know my podcast, we have a video introduction, and I'm going to play that for you right now. So here's a video that we built inside of Canva. And that was all built right here inside of the Canva platform. So without further ado, I think we should just go ahead and get right into it. Sound good to you guys? Think we should just go for it?
Yeah.
Let's dive in. So the first thing I always recommend, and I think this is where a lot of people get lost because they come in and they're like, well, I want to create. Should I go to the homepage? Well, what is it that you want to do? And I like to start right here off the homepage. And if you notice, there's a templates section right here. And the templates are what make it super simple. Okay. So in this case, we're going to talk about how to build a podcast. So let's do a podcast thumbnail for our social media channels. So all I do is I click templates. So again, I went to the home screen and I click templates. And I'm going to click in podcast thumbnails. And if you've watched any of my previous demonstrations, this was the original one I picked, right? So when I first got started in Canva, I was like, oh, this is it. This is my podcast. But we're not going to do that one today. I've done that presentation before. So we've got Valentine's Day right around the corner. And I may have already come in here and kind of scoped out what I wanted to do. And so today, in honor of Valentine's Day, we're going to run with this pink podcast template right here. And notice when I click on that, there's a lot of other templates that we can still pull in, right? So, but in this case, I'm literally going to go right here with this podcast template. And you may be going, but that's not me. That's not a problem. I'm going to show you how simple it is to change these things. So we just hit customize template. Now, full disclosure, this one does have a crown hat on it. And I do want to mention that if there's a crown hat on it, it is not a free template. But look at all these other templates that don't have crown hats, right? Those are all free templates, okay? So you just click customize this template. And here we are. And so in this case, since Gretchen's my co-host today, or my host, and I'm the co-host, we're going to add Gretchen to myself. So all I did is just clicked on the image and I hit the delete button. And voila, they're gone. Now, how do we get Gretchen in here? Well, I'm just going to go to the website and I'm going to type in Gretchen Shelton, see if I can find a picture. And there's Gretchen. And all I've got to do, and this one's a little grainier picture. Sometimes I like to find something that's a little less grainy, but I just go right over her image and hit copy. And when I hit copy, I can come right back into our template, which is somewhere here. Hold on one second. There we go. And I just right click and hit paste. And it brought in the wrong thing. So, so let's try that again. Let's click on her picture. I'm going to right click and copy her image and find the right template and right click and paste. And there she is. There's Gretchen. Now you may be looking at this and going, but she's got a backdrop, but that's going to look really weird if I use that. So there's this little button right here called background remover. And when I click on that background remover, it takes her background out. And now I could just frame her right in. Now, another thing that you may be noticing is that she's showing up over the top of this, and maybe I want her behind this. So all I've got to do is just click on her image here, and this position button is a game changer. You click on position, and I just hit backwards, and now it's going to move her back in the background. And if I continue to go, she'd go behind the white dots there. I don't want to do that. And now I can even blow her up a little bit, and she's framed right in. Now, for me, I'm just going to go with a photo that I already have. So you just come over here to your uploads, and you could easily upload photos. And today I'm going to use this one because we're going to the Valentine's Day theme. We got all the pink here. And I just hit the background remover again. And now I'm here. And let's blow this one up. And I'm just going to frame that guy in. Gretchen's taller than me today, so I'm going to bring myself up just a little bit. And again, because I'm positioned a little weird, I'm going to hit this position button, and I'm going to go backwards, and now it hides the bottom part of my shirt. Okay? Any questions so far? All right. So now let's talk about this. So first off, I'm not Isabel, and she's not Rachel. So how do we fix that? I'm just going to double click on this, and that lets me get right in here, and I can just rewrite over the top. So now it's Devin, and I'll put my last name in there. And then Rachel is now going to be Gretchen Shelton. Okay. And let's talk about logos. Now I've built some logos in here, but let's go ahead and add a logo in here. So I'm going to delete these two things, and I'm going to grab something from one of the logos I've already created in here. We can talk about how to build logos on another day. But today we're going to go in, and I want to take this elephant logo that I have here. So I'm just going to grab that one. And again, it's got this background on it. So I just find this little background remover and I can pull that off and then I just shrink it down. And then what if I want to change the colors, right? Because today we're running pinks for Valentine's Day. So now all I got to do is come over here and I can just grab this and it will automatically, a lot of the times, find the color concepts that you're already utilizing. You can see here, it's looking at the document and saying, hey, these are the document colors. Okay. And so effectively, you could just come in here and kind of try to find a color platform that's going to work best for what you're doing. I'm not getting it perfect today, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Can we get anything closer to a pink? We'll go with, we're going to go with that for now. That's a fairly pink elephant, right? And then sometimes I like to kind of shrink this down just to make it easier for dragging and dropping. And so now I've got my brand logo over here. Okay. Episode, same thing over here. Like, let's say that I wanted to change the episode. So this is going to be episode 76. I just click on that and adjust it. And then meaningful conversations in relationships. So we could change that title. Gretchen, you got a title we want to use? Maybe since we're talking about Canva today, how to build your brand in Canva. Now, one thing I want to notice, want you to notice is when I did that, I lost some of the color that it had. So I'm just going to hit the back button right up here. See, I've got a little back button, and I'm going to take this off. And I liked how this was white and this was pink. Right now, there's two ways we could do that. We could just delete this and call it how to, and then build your brand in Canva. And then we just pop right there and hit the enter button. So that'd be one way we could do it. Another way we could do it is we could actually just retype the whole thing. Hit the enter button and then just copy the text like that. I'm just dragging and pulling. That's all I'm doing here. And come up here and then I could just change the color to white. I just clicked right here on this white color. And now when I click anywhere else, it automatically modified that. So it makes it very simple for you to update the colors, even if you're in the same text box. And then down here at Really Great Website. So that's not me. I am on social channels. We'll put mine in there at Devin Dubuque. And there we go. And let's say that we wanted to advertise Gretchen too. So we've already got this at Devin Dubuque. We can just click these three little dots right here and I can duplicate that. And then what I would do is just grab these and kind of frame them to where they fit great. And then now, Gretchen, what's your at? I think you're muted.
Gretchen Shelton, I think.
Well, make it simple, just like me, Gretchen Shelton. So it's at Gretchen Shelton. And there we go. So that way, if you want to advertise how people can find you socially, it's all right here. So far, we've got a podcast template, right, that we could actually utilize right now. Now, if I wanted to share that, all I got to do is hit this little share button up here. And there's a couple things we can do with this, right? Like number one, we can download it. We can also go straight to different platforms if we want to do that, okay? But the other thing that's really nice about this is where we can actually share it to where you have the ability to use this or collaborate with your team member. And see how it says only you can access. If I click right here, I can say anyone with a link, and then I can choose, can they edit it? Can they comment? Can they view? In this case, I'm going to let people edit it. I'm going to copy that link, and then you can copy that link and drop it right into a chat. So I'm going to pop that up here. That way, if somebody live is watching, they want to go, well, I need to be careful with the live one today. So you know what? We're going to put that in the private chat for now. And we'll share this live after the show. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to our private group. So if anybody wants to get in from the private group and pop in and make modifications, they can. So one of the things that we talked about that we're going to show you today is how you can also do voiceovers and video inside of the platform. So what I want to do here is I'm going to hit this little plus button. And when I hit the plus button, it's going to create a brand new slide. Okay. So now I want to do upload, and see, it's got this little feature here called record yourself and record a talking head. Now, this will confuse you because if you only want audio, It's like, why do I want to record my video? Well, I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you one, how you can use the video, and then two, how you can actually use just the audio portion of that. And it'll ask you what camera you want to use and what microphone you want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to do a quick record. So you just hit this button right here. Hey guys, today you're not going to want to miss this presentation. Devin Dubuque and Gretchen Shelton are going to show you live on social how to build your brand template in Canva. Hey, make sure you click the link to join because you're not going to want to miss it. So now we record our video and we're going to hit this save and exit button if we like it. If we don't, we just hit delete and we do it again. Okay. In this case, I'm going to hit save and exit. So now we've got a couple of options that we can do with this, okay? See, it's still uploading here, so I don't want to make a lot of changes yet because if I make the changes right now, it won't take. But now that it's done, it's done. So let's say that I just wanted to extract the audio. I can click these little three dots right here, and I can click extract audio, and now I just have the audio. So let's say that I wanted to go back there and put this here, and then I'm going to extend this template. So basically, notice the length of the audio is longer than the template. And it's like, oh man, what do I do now? Right? So if you come back to the template, notice that this says 5 seconds. You just hit edit timing, and let's expand that out to 10 seconds. And so let's do that. And I don't think 10 was quite enough, so let's expand it to 20. And I think I'm doing the audio, not the video. So let me get the video. So let's go to 30. Yep, 20 was fine. Okay, cool. So now I can hit the preview button.
So we can't hear the audio if it's coming from your computer.
You can't hear the audio. Let me see if I can fix that. Hold on one second, guys. Let's go. I'm going to have to stop screen share for a second, so bear with me. Okay, can you see my screen? All right, I'm going to try this again. If you can't hear the audio, I promise you it's there, but I'm going to give this a shot one more time. It's the first time trying to share audio while sharing my screen, while sharing a presentation. So just bear with me. Let's hit preview. Can we hear it now?
No.
No? Okay. So you can't hear the audio. I promise you that it's there. Okay. But what I do want to show you is a couple other things. So let's say that we don't just want audio on that. Let's say that we want to animate this. And notice what I did is I just clicked over here in the corner and I dragged this all the way across. Okay. So now up here in the upper bar, I have these features and sometimes they go away. So if you click this three dots here, you'll see animate. And so with an animate, I can now have these things pop up. And you can do it by the element or by the page. So there's different animations based upon how you do that. And notice I'm just hovering over each one so we can see how that's going to actually come across. And once you find the one that you like, I think corporate worked pretty well for this. I don't know, let's try. Yeah, we're going to do corporate today. So we'll do corporate. So now when you go to play that video, and I know you can't hear the audio, but it's there. It'll automate. And then you can also change that. So you can hit the edit button. You can say, does it do it on enter and exit or just on enter? Okay. So now we're going to use our video. So we're going to play around with this a little bit more. So we have audio over this, but I'm actually not going to use the audio. I want the video. So I'm going to come back over here to this. And I'm going to effectively detach the video. I don't know if you guys saw how I did that. So I'm going to hit this back button because you can always hit a back button to see what's happening here. So I just clicked on this and I clicked on the three dots and I said detach video and now it pulls my video out. Okay. And then That's the great part, by the way, of Canva. If you ever break something, it's super easy to fix. So then I'm just going to hit the delete button to clear that out. And then I'll right click and replace the background. So now I have my video here. Okay. So now I'm going to shorten this up because I don't need 20 seconds of this. I really only need 5. And let's try previewing. Now, I'm realizing that earlier when I extracted my audio and deleted it, I lost everything. So my audio is not on the video now. So guess what? I'm not panicking because I'm just going to hit the back button and I'm going to go all the way back to where I got rid of my audio. So here's my audio, here's my video. So I'm just going to redo this. So I'm going to click on this again. And I'm going to click on the buttons and I'm going to detach my video. I'm going to eliminate this. I'm going to right click this and replace it as the background. And then I'm going to bring the audio over here and I'm going to align it with the length of the video. So the audio is 18 seconds and the video is also 18 seconds. So even though you can't hear the audio, and I'm sorry you can't hear the audio, now when I hit the preview, it's going to play my template. Oh, you know what? Again, I got rid of our animation. So let's add those back. We're going to click over here. And we're going to go to our animate section. And I liked the corporate, so we'll bring that one back. Now we're going to preview. So now it pops up on screen. And I said to animate on intro and exit, so it should. And I'm realizing I think I'm still at 20 seconds. So all kinds of mistakes, guys, but that's okay because that happens. And let's preview it again. There we go. And are we still at 20? We're still at 20. All right. Let's try this one more time. All right. Now we got it. And of course, if you could hear, there would be audio here, but you can't. And actually, the audio is not framed in right. So I got to bring that back. It's actually not there. But there's your audio. So now you've got a video, you've got a front end. And then what you can do, which I think is pretty slick, is if you want to duplicate this. So let's say you want this at the beginning and the end of the video. You'll just click the 3 little dots right here. And you can say duplicate page. Now it creates a carbon copy. And I can just grab that and drop it right here at the very end. So now I've got a full promo for my podcast, but I'm still missing one thing, and that's music, right? I want music because I think music's really important. So I go right back here to the uploads or the elements. And uploads is if you want to bring in your own audio, which is audio that you've actually uploaded into the system, okay? Elements is audio that's already here. And I think this is really interesting because a lot of people don't realize how much audio is already available. So if I click on audio right here, so again, all I did is I went to elements, it'll default to the home screen, and then I click on audio. And when I click on audio, I can type in whatever artist that I want. So I use a lot of Lane 8 just because Lane 8 does a lot of instrumentals. And notice I've got my songs right here. So like, let's say I wanted to play this one, which again, I realize you guys aren't going to be able to hear live right now, but I'm going to grab this Sunday song and I'm going to click on that and I'm going to bring that in for the full video. And now I've got music that plays over the video. Now I'm going to give you a little pro tip. When you bring in the video, the audio, a lot of the times it's going to be really loud. It's going to come in really hot. So especially if you have voiceover, which I do in this one. So what I'll always do with my audio is I right click on it and I click the volume button. And I'm going to turn that down to literally about 5, because if I go much higher than that, then it's going to be too loud. So let's just go with 5. We'll go 6. 6 sounds good. And now when I hit my preview, and then it fades on out. So real quick, I'm going to see if I can present this in a way to where you can hear this. I'm going to try one more thing because I really hope that you guys can figure. can hear what I'm doing. So I'm going to stop sharing one more time. And I'm going to do one more present and try this a little different way. I think I got it. All right, let's try this. You hear it now? Hey guys, today you're not going to want to miss this presentation. Devin Dubuque and Gretchen Sheldon are going to show you live on social how to build your brand template in Canva. Hey, make sure you click the link to join because you're not going to want to miss it. And of course, we can go further down the rabbit hole, but we have a full-blown presentation, right? And if we want to share that out there with the world, we can just click the share button right here, grab the download button. And this is MP4, which means if I want to share this as a reel on social, I would want to use MP4 and just hit download. And now you're going to have this download directly to your computer. Now, for those of you that may want to upload from your phone, Canva has an app. Once you've built it in here, you can go and you can build it on your app. I build stuff on my app all the time. You can go to the app on your cell phone and download it from there as well and upload straight from your phone. So you have the flexibility, or as you also have the ability to do an Instagram or YouTube upload directly from Canva. I don't use it that way. I like to do a little edit work and add descriptions before I post. So I like to do it from the app directly. But now I've got a video you can see right up here is available. So full-blown video, ready to rock and roll that you can put out there on your social channel. And of course, we can continue to edit this thing and make it look even cooler. But I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. And I'm going to bring Gretchen and get Jerry back and just field some questions. So what's going on, guys?
That was awesome. Now I'm going to try it.
Well, and this is something else I want to share with you. You know, once you do it, you can start to build out your social media channel, right? So I'm going to unshare this real quick, and I'm going to add one more thing to stage.
I think Jerry had a comment or question.
Well, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it.
Yeah, I love that. I can see how I do little shorts, a lot of educational stuff. So I can see how I could use Canva to build those and have a really nice presentation.
You can. And, you know, just to show, you know, some of the stuff that I've done, you know, here's my YouTube channel. And, you know, these are all different thumbnails and things that we've done through Canva. In fact, some of these videos we've even edited directly in Canva. You know, this is my Instagram channel. Oh, I think that's because I'm going live. I can't share it right now. We're on a live stream on Instagram. So normally I'd share that with you guys, but here we are sharing ourselves live on Instagram. So I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah. So any questions, anything that I can answer, you know, while we've got you guys here.
So does it matter if you do horizontal or vertical for some of the platforms?
It does. And, you know, I'm glad that you asked that because I just want to share. I will share something really quick. So I'm going to add this back to the stage. So when you go in and do your design, you do have the option during the, I'm going to go back out to the home screen really quick here. So just bear with me. And, oh, it's telling me I'm not going to save my changes. It'll save my changes. It always does. All right. So I'm going to go to home. And when I go to the home screen here, yeah, there it is right there. It's showing the right thing. Yes. So I have the ability to pick down here on the bottom. Like, let's say I want to do social media. And then once I pick social media, I can say, I really plan to put this one on Instagram. Okay. And then I can tell it which platform that I want to build it on. So this way, if I know I'm going to do an Instagram reel, I can start here knowing that it's going to be in the right format. And then from here in my designs, I could just ask the template for what it is that I'm looking for, right? Like podcast.
But if you want to do Instagram and Facebook, would you have to do it twice? Or you could
That's a great question. And the answer is no. but you do have to change some of the formatting a little bit. And I'll show you how you can do that, right? So if we go back out here, let's see, yeah, you can see that. Okay, so we're gonna go back out here to the home screen. We'll open this one back up. So let's say that I wanted to take this one and it is sized right now. Let's just say this is sized for YouTube. And I wanted to resize that. I can click this resize button right here and I can come over here to social media. And now I want to make that into an Instagram reel and hit copy and resize. Now, the downside to this is that you're going to have some formatting that you have to do once that happens, because now you'll open mobile video and notice it looks a little bit different. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not going to go in and edit this whole thing right now. Okay. But I mean, literally, it's just kind of taking your images and kind of reformatting and reframing how it looks. Okay. You know, my recommendation sometimes, because this can get a little bit cumbersome, is just to create a different brand template and carry some of the elements over that you've already used on the other template that you created, if that helps or makes sense.
So do like a copy and paste the stuff over to, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because remember, we can copy and paste it here. So let's just say that we wanted to go this route. So now we just come back and we can say, I want to create here, we'll just delete this one. And I'm going to go for a brand new home screen. So I want to go social media and I want to do an Instagram reel. And then I can literally come back to my previous. We got a lot of tabs open now, and I can just copy all this stuff, right click and copy. And then I can come over here and paste. And then I can reformat. And, you know, really it's right clicking on this backdrop, and, you know, you can make it whatever color that you want it to be, and then positioning everything where you want it. And it takes time, right? This does take time. So when you're reformatting it for another platform, it could take time. I personally, a lot of the times when I go that route, I'll just come in and I'll create a different design template.
Yeah, pick a template so you don't have to do as much.
And I'll use the same stuff that I've already done, right? So like if I was doing a pink podcast template, you can even tell it podcast template, or thumbnail pink, right? And it doesn't always pick up, but it'll pick some of the colors up. And then, you know, you can find something that's similar. Like let's say that you wanted to run with this one, right? And then you can go in and start rebuilding it from there. So it takes a little time. That's a different show for an advanced conversation, right? Because it'll take us a little more time to walk through that. But can it be done? It can. The simplest format for me is I typically just reformat it for the appropriate platform and kind of start fresh. So
this is probably Vance too, where that woman with the headphones was kind of moving. Can it take your photograph and give it motion?
You can. Yeah, you can. So, you know, effectively, because you can upload videos. So what you have to do is find the layer of the video. So the easiest way to do this, notice down here, this is a little different layout than the one that we were looking at before, but the video is down here, right? So I deleted the video, but what you can do is come back to your previous projects or your previous uploads. So if I hit uploads, the video is already here. This is the video I just created, and I can actually bring that right into here. And now the video of me is there versus the video of them. And then if I want to remove the background, I just hit background remover. And yes, you can do that on a video as well. It takes a little bit more time. And then I can lay over a pink background behind me so I can still have my video in that particular template.
Very cool.
And I think if you're gonna create a lot of similar projects, can't you duplicate in your projects itself and duplicate a project so you can just put new information in there?
Repeat, rinse, recycle.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you an example of that. So I'll just go to some of our old podcast stuff on the Lawn Officer Success Live podcast thumbnails, and you can see here, actually this is a new project, but you can see here, these are all the different thumbnails, and literally all we were doing is just changing out the headshots and changing out the words. And we just went, and then we changed the format. We're like, oh, that one's getting old. And then we're like, oh no, this is the new way of doing it. You know, you can see the progression is how we started building our thumbnails out as we went along. So, well, good stuff, guys. That's pretty much the presentation today. You know, one thing I was going to do, I'll throw this up here, get back to it. And if anybody wants to jump on my calendar, get my information, except for maybe the last gentleman that was on our previous webinar.
Yeah, let's leave him off.
Yeah, let's leave him off. feel free to scan this code. That goes straight to my hi hello, and you can jump on and see all my different ads, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hey, if you go over there, please like, subscribe, follow. I'd appreciate the follows. And we're doing stuff like this all the time. So whether it's Canva presentations or bringing on industry experts, we've always got new people that we're on the show with. So we'd love to see you there, and appreciate, like I said, the subscribes and follows.
Definitely.
Good stuff. Well, guys, I think that's going to end our podcast for today. And maybe it's not a podcast. I'm just so used to doing podcasts, I'm going to say it. So I'm Devin Dubuque. I hope this was helpful. Gretchen, thank you so much for hosting this thing. Jerry, absolute pleasure to meet you today. And all of you out there in the real world, keep coming back and keep leveling up your game. That's what we're here for. And we will see you on the next one. So thanks so much for stopping by.
Awesome.